Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome students in your science class. I'm your teacher Rubia Mazhar. Hope you have enjoyed your vacations. Yes, now let us talk about our topic. We have learned about plant groups in previous class. It is the lesson number 8 from your book, page number 18. Now today we will continue this topic, and now there is next topic that is come, that is seedling or flowering plants. Yes, we are going to study about what are the flowering plants or and what are their characteristics. As the name shown that these are the flowering plants means they produce flowers. Yes, flowering plants. There are about 30,000 species of flowering plants, and if we talk about them generally, they have a root system and a shoot system. So this is the root system, and over the ground is the shoot system, in which flowers, leaves, and stem. This is known as the shoot system, and this system is known as the root system. Now, types of flowering plants. There are two major types of flowering plants. One is monocot and next one is dicot. Now, let us define one by one each of them. First one is monocot. As the name shows that mono means one and cot mean seed. So mono means single seed on one type of cotyledon. It is a type of plant that having a single cotyledon, and leaf of monocot plants have parallel or up and down veins. Yes, this is the example of the parallel veins in the monocot leaves. Their leaves are long, narrow, and their veins are parallel. Some of the examples of the monocots are orchids, the purple colored flower, lilies, and grasses. So these are the example of monocot plant. Now, what are the characteristics of the monocots? They have one seed leaves. Their leaves have parallel veins, and they are herbaceous plants because they produce herbs. For example, grass and maize. And there is one more example corn. So corn is also the example of a monocot plant. Next one is dicot. Di means two and cot mean seeds. So dicots mean the plants which have two cotyledons. It contains two cotyledons in its embryo. The dicots plants have broad leaves. If we check out their leaves, then the leaves are broad. Some of the examples of dicot leaves are this, and their veins are always in the form of a network. And what are the characteristics of the dicots? Yes, these are the characteristics. They have two seed leaves, and leaves have veins in the form of a network. Some of the examples are trees, sunflower, rose, and common bean is also the example of the dicot, as it is divided into two cotyledons or two parts. So this type of seeds are known as dicotyledons or dicots. These are the examples: sunflower, daisies, and fruit plants are the plants which produces fruits are known as dicots. Now there is a comparison between both of them, monocot and dicot. In monocot, they have single cotyledon. In dicot, they have two cotyledons. Their leaves are long, narrow, and they have parallel veins, and their leaves are broad leaf and they have network of veins. After that, they have vascular bundles in the form of a scattered. Vascular bundles means the parts which provide food and water to the plants, and vascular bundles in the form of a ring in dicots. And last part is their floral parts are in the multiples of three, that their flowers are divided into multiples of three, and floral parts are divided in the multiples of four and five. So these are the major comparison between monocots and dicots. Now there is another smaller group of plants which produces their seeds in cone, and this group is known as conifers. And there are about 550 species of conifers in the world we know. So conifers are the plants which produces their seeds in the form of cones. That's why their name is conifers. These are some of the examples: spruce, deodar, and pine. These are all the examples of the conifer plants. Now, dear students, this is the homework for today. Question number one is write three examples of both monocot and dicot plants. You have to write the example of each. Monocot, first of all, write the heading of dicot and then the heading of monocot. You can search from your book and also take help from internet. Next question is what are conifers? So you have to define conifers. And the last question is how many species of conifers are there? You have to tell the amount, the figure which is written in your book, and that how many species of conifers are there. So this is your homework for today. So dear students, thank you for joining me, and hope you have enjoyed your lesson. Tomorrow we will discuss the last part of this lesson, which is flowerless plants or seedless plants. Thank you and have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.